Hello to all you beautiful people out there. Regnilla over here bringing you I think it's episode 4 now, of Monster Hunter Portable 3rd. Last time we collected some royal honey and avoided a giant honey badger. And now today we're going to be fighting some Bullfango. Yeah, that's going to be fun. But real quick, a little housekeeping thing. I went off camera and collected some iron ore finally. There are a few places in the mountain stream area where you can collect them. I believe it's area 3, 4, and 8, I want to say. Could be wrong with that last one. It's in the big cave behind the waterfall. Alright, and so with that, I'm going to upgrade my sword. The next thing to do is to take on the Bullfango, and man, these guys are annoying. I'm not a fan of Bullfango. They have angered me throughout the years, and for various reasons. Oh, but first I also want to talk to this dude, because I've been kind of leaving him hanging for the last several quests. Alright, so yeah, he's a merchant that brings some items every now and then. He has items that your other item shop does not have. So let's see, for example, I believe the antidote herb, the fire herb, the sap plants, felvine, and especially the psycho serum, which will be useful in some cases later on. And let's see, oh, barbecue spit. No, I'm gonna go ahead and buy this just for the hell of it. I almost never used a barbecue spit. It's kind of a worthless item to me, but for sorting out, it could be kind of helpful. Okay, back at the mountain stream, we are taking on basically Pumbaa from The Lion King. That's all these guys are. And so the whole thing, oh, actually, let me clear out this entire thing. That way I have stuff to sell. And let's see, I don't think this is going to have any value, so I'm going to leave that be. So the deal with these guys is that if they see you, they will begin to charge you. And they will charge repeatedly. It's very annoying. But the thing that makes these guys so awful, at least to me, is that before Generation 3 came around, these guys can see you literally across the entire area. It was awful. So their range of vision was just stupidly big. And yet, the description in the monster info said that they had poor eyesight. You know, so game lied, that's for sure. And what made them even worse is that a lot of times with like an egg quest where you have to carry an egg and not drop it, there were Bullfango everywhere. And you can hardly move, you couldn't do anything outside of, you know, waddling with the freaking egg. And then you have these bastards trying to charge you from across the map. Thankfully, they are not nearly as bad as they used to be. And actually, they're quite easy to take down now. But just bear in mind, in the old days, these guys were a nightmare. So you only get one carve off of them, and you know they go down and then they disappear really quickly after carved. So you know, pretty easy to take care of. Oh, here is the mining node in the cave area. So we're in area 8. I was right before. So I'm just gonna collect a few things. Now, you can access your pickaxe from your inventory by holding down L and then using either, in the case of the PlayStation controls, it's either square or circle. In the case of the Xbox 360 controller, it's either X or B. But if you are at a place where you can use said pickaxe, then you can press circle against the area where you're collecting from, and it automatically uses the pickaxe for you. Alright, I think there is a Bullfango in area 2. Now, I don't think it's going to be the same in this quest, but there are quests later on where you only have access to a limited number of monsters at a time. And so let's say you need to kill 20 of a specific monster. Well, you might only have access to 11 or 12. But when you hit the 10 mark, an update will appear on the middle of the screen saying that there are 10 monsters remaining. That's also a trigger to let you know that more monsters have appeared. So, also something to keep in mind. Alright, we got some raw meat. Now you can cook this into either rare steak, well done steak, or burnt steak using the barbecue spit. So, you know, let's use it. I've not used this in a while, and so it's anything can happen. I'm probably gonna fail. God damn this freaking tune. All right, wow, first time, great. So the music is sort of a cue to let you know that your steak is cooking, and then your steak will go from the raw status to slightly cooked, which is the rare status, and then it gets darker one more time to well done. And if it gets any darker than that, then you will have burnt steak. Burnt steak will either take away or recover some stamina, so it's kind of a crapshoot. You always want the well done because it gives you 2 additional portions of your stamina meter as opposed to just 1, which is what the rare steak and rations do. The other thing to keep in mind is that the eating of the steak does have an animation, and that animation takes a while. So it's not ideal to eat a steak in the middle of a confrontation with a large monster. In fact, it leaves you vulnerable for quite some time. So be very careful before you start eating steak. Or if you're in a group hunt, you could be like me and be a complete asshole and just cook steak in the middle of the fight. Granted, you need really good armor to get away with something like that, but it's an option in case you just want to be an absolute asshole. Alright, there we go. This is pretty simple. The Bullfangos have a nasty habit of being able to just target you. Like, you've noticed that they kind of just slide to focus on you. That's kind of cheap, but aside from that, these monsters are not nearly as bad as they used to be. But let's see. Also, just one more thing as a sort of a tip. If you're out doing easy quests that doesn't require a whole lot of intensive fighting, then go into Area 3, specifically in the mountain stream area if you're gathering or hunting in there. There is an area where you can get some spider web, which can be used to make pitfall traps. And never underestimate the value of a pitfall trap. They are very useful. So that was my tip for the day, and that was this quest. Pretty easy, just with a really annoying monster. But yeah, them's the breaks. So that's going to do it for me and this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're interested in any of my other content, be sure to click on one of those annotations. They'll be featured at the end of this video. And as always, I will see you again next time. Take care, people.